Hey, this is Mike Addis. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to go through a quick video here, and it's an important video. You really need to watch this right to the very end, and don't forget to hit that subscriber button, okay? Because we want to keep these videos coming to you, and you want to be checking in with us all the time. We just blast them through to you. It's not a problem. And before I even begin, I want to say one more thing about all the other stuff that you're seeing on the internet. When you see millions of views and hundreds of thousands of subscribers, because they're trying to feed you candy. They never talk to you in tangible things, never talk to you about money. Because if you're a business person, now in business for yourself, you're watching these videos, you've decided to go off and launch your own business, you want to look at the numbers all the time. That's really the key factor, not the views. The more people you see that are subscribing and doing views on these guys that are just basically marketing, they're making money off of you watching. So here we go. Enough of the rah-rah. There's maybe 4 or 5 things that we need to look at. Let's look at whether we should be doing it on eBay or Amazon that's selling your product, number 1. Number 2, whether you should open your own e-commerce store. Or number 3, you can go with Shopify or other Shopify type people. There's a bunch of them out there. Just Google it. Just put Shopify competitors and you'll pull up all these guys like big e-commerce, I think out of Austin, Texas. I talk to everybody about this stuff. Number 1, the best way to get a result is to go on eBay and Amazon. I don't care what anybody says. And there's a cost factor involved in doing that. It's going to run you 12 to 15% on average if you sell free freight. If you don't do free freight, it's going to cost you 8 to 10% for eBay, then 3% for PayPal. That's 13%. Then you got to figure your percentages in for freight. Everybody always leaves freight out. That's one of your cost factors is freight. So I'm going to give it about a 15%. So if you're selling something for $100, you're not selling it for $100. You're selling it for $85. If you're in at $50, you made $35. So you made $35 on a $100 sale. That's your return. Okay, so you want to take that into consideration, number 1. And you cannot beat eBay or Amazon because hundreds of millions of people are coming in. That's why people use their site, not because it's easy, because that's the number 1 thing. It's not only easy, it's easy to start the business. You can start it like in 10 minutes. Number 3, all the big guys are on there. So there's all kinds of reasons. I mean, Samsung's on there, Apple is on there. They say they're not, but they are. The largest computer distributors in the world are on there. They're all on eBay and Amazon. They may not be under their name, but they're on there. You got to go dig it up, but they're all selling on Amazon and eBay. And the manufacturers, everybody's on the big platforms. Why? Because it's cheaper. In the long run, it's cheaper. I didn't build a multi-million-dollar business on my own through the internet. I used eBay and Amazon. Anybody that says different doesn't know what they're talking about. So that's number 1. Number 2, we're going to look at getting our own e-commerce store. And that would be, let's say we don't want to do the work, we don't want to spend the money ourselves, we're going to get Shopify, or we're going to get BigCommerce. Well, they don't do it for free either. Now, they do all the things that it would take me to do building my own e-commerce store. But when I build my own e-commerce store, which I have, I own it. I don't have to pay any more fees out to anybody. I just have to put money into getting it into the position so people will buy product from me. I'll get to number 3 in a second. So let's go back to Shopify and the other Shopify-like operations. The reason why people use them is because it's easy. Okay? You're not creating really your own store. They say you are, because they put your own product on there, whatever the hell they're doing. They're really giving you a boilerplate type platform in order to create your own store. But it's really boilerplate. It's not really unique. But let's just say it is. Okay, so now you have your own Shopify store. Well, they're not doing it for free either. They're charging a monthly fee. So you have to compare your sales to what you're paying Shopify. So if you're selling $10,000 a month, they're taking $300 of that off the top. If you're selling $5,000 a month and you have the big $299 program with them, they're taking that off. Well, I'm going to use the little program. Use the little program, you're just going to get less results. And someone has to put you into the first position on that Google looking for your product. You have to get yourself there. No one knows who you are. There's millions and millions of Shopify stores where people sit around and go, oh, wow, I've got my own business. They're not selling anything. Why? Because they're competing against eBay and Amazon. You cannot compete against eBay, Amazon, and Walmart. You cannot. So number 2, when you use Shopify, you got to pay them every month a fee. Boom, boom, boom. Just like you have to pay eBay and Amazon. But eBay and Amazon is the result of your sales. They might charge you $3 or $4 or $50, whatever they charge you a month to have your own store. No big deal. But you're still on there. And if you sell on Amazon, you get put in the first position based on price. We'll get to that later, not in this video, another video. We're looking at the 3 ways to get your product out there. So use Amazon and eBay, you're in there, and you get feedbacks. I have thousands and 7, 8, 9,000 5-star feedbacks on my eBay stores. You can put up as many as you want. Amazon, you get one. And there's pros and cons for Amazon and eBay. We're not going to get into that now. We're talking about alternatives and costs and the opportunity to sell product. That's really what this video is all about. It's all about just that. Your third option is doing your own e-commerce store. Now you can put together an e-commerce store like Shopify, only better, for about $1,000. You'll have to go offshore to do it. So you're going to go to India, Pakistan, or Eastern Europe or someplace. You can stay in the United States. It's going to cost you way more money to do it here locally because our fees and charges here. But just go to Fiverr, Fivvre, I think it is. Just go to Fiverr and put in, want to own my own e-commerce store, and you don't want to have them do it on Shopify. You can, and they'll do it all. They're just going to charge you a fee of $100 or $200 or whatever they're going to charge you, and they'll do the Shopify store for you. But you're still going to have to pay Shopify to do it. And Shopify, if I'm not mistaken, is going to want a percentage of your sales too eventually. I've read that. I'm not sure if it's 100% true. You're going to have to check that out. But once you build your own e-commerce store, then it's yours. You don't pay any monthly fees for that e-commerce store. However, you still have to compete against eBay and Amazon. Good luck. In order to compete against eBay and Amazon, you're going to have to do SEO, search engine optimizer. You can Google it and find out what SEO is all about. I have a full-time SEO person. So that person, offshore, way offshore, 10,000 miles away, her name is Rupali, she's excellent. She will put me into a position at a cost to me. She works her magic on the back end doing search engine optimizer stuff, whatever the heck that is. You can read books, there's all kinds of books out there. Go check out Will Coombe, C-O-O-M-B-E. I talked to this guy, he's over in the United Kingdom. He talks to me back and forth, I ask him questions, I bought his book, wrote a great review. If you want to learn about search engine optimizer, but that's going to put you in competition with the big boys, which you will never beat. So why the hell do I have an e-commerce store? I have an e-commerce store for all kinds of reasons. So if I want to do business with certain big guys that want to give me product, because I'm always looking for product, then I use that e-commerce store. Is it an income producer? No, not at this time. Will it be an income producer maybe for me at some point in the future? My estimate is that it probably will. I sell my own products, which are basically used technology, and I combine them with other people's products that I get from companies like Ingram Micro or Cynics or any big companies. So I have hundreds and hundreds and thousands, millions of dollars on my e-commerce store. Mozack, M-O-Z-A-C-K, technology. You can go check it out. I haven't even really started pushing it, but I have it. And it's a nice store, so you can look at somebody else's stores that are what you want, and you can make your own e-commerce store. And just go to Fiverr. There's a lot of people out there. I'm not going to recommend anybody right now because they're busy working with me, and I don't want to give them up. They get busy working with you, and they'll have less time for me, and I'm paying them. And it's easy to pay them too. You can pay them directly through Fiverr, or if they leave Fiverr, and sometimes they do, and they'll come to you directly, then you have your own people, but it's going to cost you money to do it. So let's look at the options. I'm going to do a recap because it's almost 10 minutes on this video, and I hope this video has been productive to you. Everything has a cost factor, number one. You have to decide who is going to give you the most return on your investment. That's what being a business person and owning your own business is all about. Who's going to give you the best return? eBay and Amazon are going to give it to you. Why? Because they're the biggest, and it's going to cost you X amount of dollars. So per $100,000 a month in sales, I'm paying eBay or Amazon fees. eBay including PayPal, but they're now using they're using their own platform, still 2.7%, so it's going to come out to about 15%. So it costs me to sell $100,000 a month, somewhere between $12,000 and $15,000 a month. That means I have to have a damn good profit in there, but I'm still getting the sales. And because I buy my product very well, I still make a lot of money. So on 100,000 in sales, I'm still netting close to 50%. Net, I keep that. That's 50 grand a month, 600,000 a year. Or you can jump to Shopify. I got my own e-commerce store, yay. And I'm paying them $300 a month or $100 a month or whatever you're paying them, but you're not going to sell anything. Okay, why? Because you have to use search engine optimizers and spend money to beat eBay and Amazon. Do you get that? Or you can create your own e-commerce store. I like owning things. I don't like renting them. So when you do business with Shopify, you're renting their platform. So those are the big three. This is Mike Addis. Hope that helped you make some kind of a decision. Don't be under the illusion, because guys have millions of feedbacks or views or whatever the heck they call them. They're all over the place, and they're doing these rah-rah videos. They're doing it so they can make money off of showing you videos. Not that you can really make any money at it. They're not in business to help you. And most of these guys don't actually do the business anyway. They've tried the business, now they do the videos. They're in the video business. I'm in the business of making money. I'm just sharing this information with you and trying to build up a library over time. Take years to do this. This is Mike Addis, North San Diego County, Carlsbad, California. Don't forget to hit the subscriber button. Hope this has been of value to you. See you in the next video.